Riding the currents can be very dangerous, especially when the storms are on the horizon. Welcome to this, your daily 180 Bible study, 180 seconds of pure Bible study. Thank you for participating, and thank you for encouraging your friends to do likewise. We're talking about the two builders, and we recognize the fact that we must hear the sayings of Jesus and we must do the sayings of Jesus. And they are contained, not exclusively, but in this context in Matthew 5, 6, and 7. And one of the things that we see is that as the circumstances of life become frightening, we need to look to Jesus. You know, when I was a boy, we used to tube down various rivers down in South Texas. And that's okay, but there's a lot of people that they take that approach in life. They just kind of ride the currents, current opinion, current events, all those things. And you know what? That's a dangerous way to live life, because the reality is the circumstances around us do not help us prepare for the storms of life. So here's the key. You need to look to God and not the circumstances that surround you. And he begins in verse number 25, and he lays out the classic text on worry. And he says in the text 3 times, do not worry, do not worry, do not worry. Why are we not to worry? Well, we're to look to God. Notice in verse number 25, therefore I say to you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, what you will drink, nor about your body, what you will put on. Is life not more than food, and the body more than clothing? And then he's going to make an argument from the lesser to the greater. Listen to what he says. Look at the birds of the air, for they neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? Think about how cruel you're being when you have the attitude, you look out here and sure, God provides for the birds of the air, but what about me? Really, think about that for a minute. You're making God out to be a cruel, bizarre God. And yes, the storms are coming, but if you're a faithful child of God, if you're a citizen of the kingdom, you will have made the preparations, not to make the storm go away, but to be able to ride out the storms in the midst of some horrible circumstances. We're going to talk some more about this tomorrow, because this is one of the problems that really seems to plague us, is we become worried because we're not trusting in God. We're looking at the circumstances around us. Join us again tomorrow for your Daily 180.